Hi, it's Ileana, and today I am going to talk about the Arc of the Eye, Secrets Revealed. I have been continuing to study the mysteries of the hieroglyphics in Egypt. So today I'm looking at the Arc of the Eye. This is the star connector frequency of uniting the worlds in unity and infinite togetherness. This is the first impression that I got when looking at the Arc of the Eye. Looking at the infinity symbol, looking at the unity connection in the three spiral, and the eye connecting in the middle. It is bringing togetherness, it is bringing unification, and it has the perfect frequency of 432 in the math. It combines as 432 with the bed of the 9 base mathematics and physics. When you count it, the mathematical physics show that there's hidden messages in this hieroglyphic. Egypt has a lot of ancient artifacts hidden in the Egyptian pyramids, underneath the pyramids, on the pyramids, what I mean in the hieroglyphics themselves. They're hidden messages, they're artifacts because they tell a meaning, they share a story of ancient knowledge. Even the hieroglyphics on the walls, they're expressing messages that we can intuitively interpret and provide information of what that interpretation is. And I've been working with the mathematical vectoring software, continuing to explore its abilities. And it showed me that the Arc of the Eye has hidden messages about inner earth portals. That there's, from this type of a hieroglyphic, that it symbolizes portals as well to inner earth. So this is what I've been working on. So Arc of the Eye equals 51.428. This is 360 divided by 7 equals 51.428. This is the 7-pointed star, which is forever tied to the 432 bed of 9 base mathematics and physics. An interesting symbol from the Temple of Horus at Edfu, our locked DNA helix. And there's a story for it. So we're going to look at what's the story in the book. And this is information that was originally shown by Michael Lee Hill, who is a mathematical genius in my opinion, and he works with water frequency. He's very intelligent. He was the one that first posted this, and so I'm sharing what further things I found about the Arc of the Eye, and giving Michael Lee Hill credit, of course, for showcasing this beautiful imagery and sharing his knowledge about it. So credit goes to him. And we're going to just read the aspect of the book, this quote from the book by Ariella Louisa Jones. She writes about Telos. The book is called Telos. So she's been to inner earth. That's why the portals, from this particular hieroglyphic, the portals go to inner earth. It activates inner earth portals with certain light code sequencing and frequency, plus the 432 bed of the 9 base mathematics. It activates the portals. So Ariella writes this: your immortal gods are created in the image of your creator without any limits. This is how in your distant past you lived your earthly life for hundreds of thousands of years. You, as divine beings, have known no deprivation. All knowledge emanating from universal intelligence has been available to you by natural birthright. As a collective civilization, you have abused these privileges far too much. And she's referring to what happened in the fall of Atlantis, when Lemuria sank, Atlantis sank, because they were at war with each other. Atlantis eventually went to war with Lemuria, and it got downgraded in the light field, in the density. It went from 12th density to 6th density, 4th density, 3rd density, and now we're at 3.5, almost 4th density here on the planet. And the Earth itself is in 5th density and pockets of 6th density. Some of us are starting to experience 5th density, feeling the vibration and the meaning of light codes and frequencies and energetics. We're starting to feel that and see that as patterns in sacred geometry, and this is what I mean. Literally, Michael Lee Hill sees patterns of sacred geometry and mathematical physics, and he shares it with us, and I also now am sharing such hieroglyphics. So, all knowledge emanating from universal intelligence has been available to you by natural birthright, a collective civilization you have abused these privileges far too much. Now we are recovering as a civilization. We are upgrading our DNA, light codes, energy frequencies, soul evolution to come back from what happened of this abuse. We are not victims anymore. We're not abusing anything anymore. This was done during Atlantis, and this is partly why Atlantis fell, because it misused energetic frequency of crystals, misused the land, the ley lines. The great Egyptian pyramids were misused as energy generators, but they were almost used as weapons of mass destruction. So the pyramids of the Giza Plateau stand today still because the generators were decommissioned and the golden capstones were taken off the pyramids so they couldn't activate the generators and cause more catastrophic events on Earth, along with the crystalline obelisks. Those were taken to inner Earth. So that stopped further degradation into going into 2D. So we ended up at 3D, now 3.5 and almost 4. Just to explain some of this background of what she means. As mankind began to abuse these divine gifts, they began to diminish in proportion to the extent of the abuse. And some of these beings lost connection to their soul consciousness and to source creation itself, disconnected from it, because they were misusing energy, misusing frequency, working with shadow magic, shadow frequency, to warp the crystalline frequencies, the crystalline towers, the crystalline obelisks, to warp that energy, to almost go to the energetically drill to the core of the Earth, to extract the Earth's core frequency, to destroy the Moon, Mars, and even almost Earth. And their attempts to harness this power, which should never have been used or misused in that way. These gifts, my friends, can be reacquired and preserved only when the original level of awareness, unconditional love, harmony, right use of will, power, and divine wisdom is maintained in consciousness, feelings, and actions. So true. At the time of the sinking of the two major continents and the loss of most of the civilizations of Lemuria and Atlantis, Father, Mother God decreed that the only way to return humanity to wholeness and original God consciousness was to reduce the triple life flame to 1/16 of the inch 4. Humanity proved incapable of further abusing God's power and energies as before. And some of these Atlanteans, Lemurians, they were like creator gods. They were huge creator beings in their own right with a lot of psionic ability and psychic ability. Some of them could manipulate the elements, the elementals of the earth, the elemental abilities to control the water, the air, fire, and earth frequency. And some of them misused these abilities. So they themselves were like creator gods, creator beings, and that misabuse of power and energy and frequency had to stop, and it did. So this DNA modification was done to stop that from being misused. This DNA modification would not have occurred if humanity had not fallen to such a low level of consciousness. From then on, my dears, you use only 2 strands of DNA and a microscopic particle of your original life flame pulsing in your hearts. We're starting to get back to energetic vibration alignment and balance with DNA and light codes and DNA code upgrades from the sun, from the earth itself, from the various light codes coming in from the universe and planetary systems to help guide us to be balanced in DNA frequency, to upgrade from the 2-stranded DNA to 4-stranded and higher, so we can access higher densities and dimensions, going to 5D, 6D, energetically, vibrationally, and eventually physically, when we're evolved enough and ready for those steps. So this first part was from the book Telos by Ariella Louisa Jones. And here is the part that I was getting information on: activation of the upgraded encoded DNA with light fields. The way back to regaining the full-stranded spiral helix DNA, 4-stranded and higher to 12-stranded, is by raising your vibrational life force energies back to the pure blueprint state of harmonious existence without the shadows mutating the purity of the light codes. In the upraised DNA sequencing that is now being rediscovered within the light fields of all sentient and intelligent living beings on Earth, that includes humans, plants, animals, sentient beings. We are all sentient beings. You are coming back full circle to your ancient roots of purity and harmony from within yourselves, as you remember who you are internally and externally as creator light beings within all creation. Unity consciousness is extending itself within all the living cells within your bodies and soul fields. Everything is being re-energized and coming online in the true states of divine existences in the physical worlds and the soul worlds, that frequency of balance and harmony equally coming online. Alignment of the self-discovery in recoding the light fields that receive the coded frequencies of DNA upgrades, as well as cellular memory reactivation within the soul core grid of living beings, remembering who we truly are as creator beings. Balanced, harmonious, positive energies, working for the good of humanity and everybody else on the planet to live in peace, harmony, and balance. This is what we're coming back to and remembering. Returning to source vibrational connection and no longer being disconnected from the free will soul consciousness that works to guide the intuitive self to discover their own uniqueness and creativity, and the creativity in life of who you truly are as creator beings. And this is what some of these portals to inner earth look like from the arc of the eye. So the arc of the eye morphs and transmorphs within the mathematical vectoring to reveal the portal patterns of what the portal frequencies are and how the portals vibrate and change. The 5-star path of infinity, the 5-star connection of energetic unification and unity and freedom. It's being shown here in this portal. And this portal is going to specifically, it's a star portal going to inner Earth, to enter inner Earth. It's a spiral vibration, it's a spiral frequency. And this is the portal morphing again, because the mathematical vectoring software shows lines and possibilities of how everything morphs, interconnects as a frequency, as a pathway possibility, a pathway connection to the Earth, to the stars, to inner Earth, and to the paths of travel in space, in time, and beyond space and time, transdimensional travel to other dimensions, other densities, other galaxies, other universes through these kinds of portals. But these ones that are morphing, they're activating star portal entrance to inner Earth. This is going specifically to inner Earth. It is the 5-star portal of inner Earth frequency to Telos to Agartha. And the portal is morphing again, creating this is the inner Earth entrances through these portals. And they morph and they change as the frequencies upgrade, so do the portals. They upgrade as well, and they spiral with energy and frequency. And the lines of the mathematical vectoring software change. It doesn't just magically show me something. I have to intuitively work with the energetic frequencies of the lines, of what these images reveal and their meaning, of what is within, encoded within the arc of the eye. And the lines allow me to make mathematical connections within the software. And it's software I customize myself, so it's a very unique software that has to do with lines, with math, with coding frequency, and coding sacred geometry. And it's showing me again inner Earth shields expanding and forming in sacred unification and harmony. So the inner Earth shields are expanding in its beautiful harmonious frequencies. Again, it's showing that 5-star path within that 5-star path, and the light codes expanding within these inner Earth shields that form the portals, the portal systems into the inner Earth. And these are the inner Earth pillars for portal entrances. So there's actual physical and energetic pillars before the portals that balance the energy to the portal entrances. And then you go to the portal entrance and you go through that portal and the entrance and you get transported transdimensionally through the portal frequencies and light field codes and light frequency and energetic frequency of your body, of your soul frequency, connecting to the portal, going to inner Earth cities. And the Agartha itself, the Agartha network, it's huge. Inner Earth is huge. There's catacombs, there's caverns, there's honeycombs of different entrances to go into inner Earth all over the planet, under Egypt, under Peru, under the Himalayas, under Tibet, in North America, South America, Antarctica. So these are the inner Earth pillars for portal entrances. There's portal entrances in Africa. There's portal entrances in sacred forests, beside oceans, lakes, where positive vibrations are, and ley lines interconnecting with sacred geometry frequencies of physical living energy combining together to protect these portals and these entrances. And again, the energy's morphing, the energetic prism fields are morphing and showing me further expansion of these portal frequencies into the inner Earth, into the main part of inner Earth. Portal expansion, energy expansion, life force alignment expansion. So these are the inner Earth passageways and how these portals expand around that and protect the cities of inner Earth. So this one is portal entrances to inner Earth cities like Telos and the Agartha network. The 5-star path frequency expanding within the portal systems, almost like a butterfly effect, expanding its wings, opening its energetic field, and flying. These portals are expanding in the diamond frequencies and the crystalline frequencies. So portal expansion, soul vibration expansion, as people travel into inner Earth on soul divine wisdom missions in this life. And inner Earth is 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D. There's pockets of various frequencies with different densities and dimensions within inner Earth. Like Telos and Mount Shasta, that's 6th density and a 6th dimensional frequency. And this is what these portals look like inside the portal and some of the cities in inner Earth. Portals opening up in inner Earth cities. This very vibrant crystalline diamond frequency. You can see that in the colors and the expansion of the portals. And this is, again, portal expansion. Portal systems located in inner Earth cities. You see the vibration of how these portals harmonize and energize the frequencies of the entrances to inner Earth cities. And the 5-star path within the 5-star path within the 5-star path expands, opens up, gets deeper and deeper in beautiful, harmonious, positive, energetic frequencies. You're seeing these portals expanding, and the 5-star path, that is the bridgeway to enter into these portals that connects the portals to inner Earth, the bridge path, the 5-star path of unity and harmony. And you see the portals opening more, and you see the inner Earth cities, the entrances, the frequency of it. The inner Earth cities, Telos and Agartha network connected with portal systems. So this is the honeycomb. This is the cavern systems. These are the cities. They have their own sun. They have their own crystalline energies with crystalline towers and obelisks that power these cities. There's night and day. There's food. Most of the inner Earth beings are vegetarian. They're higher density, so they're vegetarian, but they can grow food that is non-vegetarian, but is not meat-based because they don't eat animals. So there's no pollution, there's no famine, there's no greed, there's no wars. Everybody can do the spiritual jobs that they would like to do, connect on the soul level to nature for healing. And experience healing and soul regeneration, rejuvenation to feel younger. That's the higher densities in inner Earth. And so this is the Agartha network in inner Earth. This is what it looks like. It's very beautiful. And I was curious because I kept getting the message of light portals. Inner Earth light portals and portal frequencies. So I looked this up, and it has its own ancient language, and it has this light field language, light language with blue fields, green fields of energy, just so light, so filled of light source, light codes, light portals, and there are very natural light portals going to inner Earth as well. Not something that the hieroglyphs activate, but more natural even so. But there's ancient artifacts that are hieroglyphics that activate inner Earth portals and other portals to other densities, dimensions, galaxies, universes, to the multiverse. So again, these are the inner Earth light portals. And sometimes they can look like they're glyphs or etchings or carved symbols on stones, on walls, and sacred geometry and sacred structures, like the Giza Plateau pyramids, like the Sphinx, because portals were activated before for the Ascension process under the Giza Plateau and under the Sphinx with crystalline and diamond energies. So those frequencies are coming back to us. and this information is being revealed. And this is interesting because there are devices that show what inner Earth looks like, holographic frequency devices that show the maps of inner Earth. So I just wanted to show a replica of that because there are such devices and maps that guide people to go within inner Earth. And also energetically, you're guiding by the frequencies of where to go in inner Earth, what's calling you to connect to inner Earth on your soul level. And there's entrances, various entrances into beautiful creation of inner Earth. They have mountains, they have forests, they have forests, lakes, they have their valleys of green, lush valleys with beautiful, clean, pure air to breathe. There's no pollution in inner Earth. They are guided, they are safe, they are protected. They're higher density, very high vibrational densities. And we can get to this point and the stage on the surface of Earth as well. There will be interventions to get us to the most purest frequencies and cleanliness, and to stop anything that is impure. That process is already in process. It's happening as we've been upgraded vibrationally, energetically, and in the universe. So the pureness is coming back. These frequencies are coming back, and more portals will open, and more exploration will happen going into inner Earth and exploring what inner Earth is like, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it vibrates like. There's rainbows. There's rainbow colors of healing energy in inner Earth. I've been in inner Earth myself several times in Telos and experienced what it's like to be in the crystal cities, what it's like to be within a crystal even, and what it's like to be in Telos, healing and learning soul wisdom and soul divine expression. And there's a lot of sacred structures and monuments and sacred geometry within inner Earth. Waterfalls, just Shambhala. There's Shambhala. This is what Shambhala looks like in entering in connection with inner Earth. So this is Shambhala, an expression of the sacred Vedas, the Vedic scriptures. They talk about Shambhala. They talk about Vakuntha, the seventh dimension or the eighth dimension where the gods live. Traveling to different densities, to higher dimensions, traveling through the multiverse, through these portals, through energy fields. So this is the higher dimensional frequencies we're in right now. We're in this for the purification, for unification of the soul and the divine physical reconnection with our bodies and the soul monad, with crystalline energies and diamond energies. We are going through a healing process, realignment, unification, freedom, and learning what all this means to us as living beings and souls and physical beings in existence, going beyond 3D into higher densities, higher dimensions, and experiencing this life expansion, life force growth and expansion on the soul capacity and the physical body capacity, working in balance and unity together in this time of learning, healing, expression, and discovery of these beautiful mysteries. Thank you so much, and namaste.